Have you ever read a compatibility chart and thought, wait, does this mean I'll never find love? Or maybe you were told that your zodiac sign is too intense, too emotional, or too independent for relationships. But is that really true? Is our romantic destiny locked by the stars? Or can we break free from what astrology seems to predict? Many people believe their zodiac sign determines their fate in love. They think that an Aries will always be impulsive, a Scorpio will always be possessive, and a Sagittarius will always struggle with commitment. But here's the truth. Astrology is not a prison, it's a mirror. Your birth chart shows your natural tendencies, but it does not force you into a fixed fate. Love is a journey, and just like any journey, you can change the path you walk. In this episode, we uncover the biggest question of all. Can you change your zodiac destiny in love? And if so, how? For centuries, people have turned to astrology to understand love. They look at zodiac compatibility charts, sun sign descriptions, and planetary placements to explain why some relationships flourish while others fail. But with this fascination comes a dangerous misconception: the belief that our zodiac sign limits our potential for love. Let's examine some of the most common zodiac stereotypes in relationships. Aries, too impulsive, can't commit. Taurus, too stubborn and possessive. Gemini, too inconsistent and afraid of deep love. Cancer, too emotional and dependent on others. Leo, too self-centered to truly love someone. Virgo, too critical and cold in relationships. Libra, too indecisive, can never settle down. Scorpio, too jealous and obsessive in love. Sagittarius, too independent and runs away from commitment. Capricorn, too focused on work, doesn't prioritize relationships. Aquarius, too emotionally detached to form real bonds. Pisces, too dreamy, unrealistic about love. These stereotypes have convinced many people that their zodiac sign is the reason their relationships fail, that their astrology chart prevents them from finding true love. But this is where we must separate truth from misconception. Zodiac signs do not dictate our ability to love. They simply show us where our challenges may lie. An Aries can learn patience. A Scorpio can develop trust. A Sagittarius can commit deeply. The key is not to fight your sign, but to understand and grow beyond its limits. So, how do we do this? How do we evolve past our astrological patterns and shape our own love story? Let's explore. Now that we understand that astrology does not limit us, but rather reveals our natural tendencies, the next step is learning how to evolve beyond these patterns. Each zodiac sign carries strengths and weaknesses, but it is how we respond to these traits that determines the course of our love life. Here's how we can break free from negative astrological patterns and take control of our romantic destiny. 1. Self-awareness. Recognizing your zodiac traits in love. The first step to change is awareness. Take a moment to reflect. What are the most common struggles you face in relationships? Do they align with your zodiac sign's tendencies? Do you often hear the same feedback from partners, like being too distant, too intense, or too afraid of commitment? If so, you've just uncovered a key truth. Astrology doesn't define you, but it can reveal areas for self-improvement. For example, if you are a Leo who craves attention, ask yourself, do I allow my partner to shine too? If you are a Capricorn who prioritizes career, ask yourself, do I make space for love in my life? If you are a Cancer who gets attached quickly, ask yourself, am I giving my partner room to breathe? Recognizing these tendencies is the first step toward transformation. 2. Conscious change, using astrology as a guide, not a rulebook. Once you recognize your patterns, the next step is making intentional changes. If you are a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and struggle with impulsiveness, practice patience before rushing into relationships. If you are an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and find yourself emotionally reserved, work on expressing your feelings openly. If you are an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and avoid deep emotional intimacy, challenge yourself to engage in vulnerability. If you are a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and struggle with emotional overwhelm, learn to set boundaries and self-regulate. By doing this, you shift from being controlled by your sign to using it as a tool for personal growth. 3. Learning from astrological compatibility and breaking the rules. Astrology-based compatibility charts often tell us which signs are meant to be and which are doomed to fail. But love is far more complex than a simple chart. If you have been told that your sign is incompatible with your partner's, remember, relationships succeed not because of perfect zodiac matches, but because of communication, compromise, and effort. Even incompatible signs can thrive if both partners are willing to grow. Venus, Mars, and Moon signs matter far more than just sun signs. So instead of seeing astrology as a barrier to love, use it as a map to navigate relationships more effectively. With self-awareness, conscious growth, and an open mind toward love, we can evolve beyond our astrological programming. But what about the idea that astrology changes over time? Are we destined to be the same person forever, or does our cosmic energy shift? Let's explore how astrology itself evolves, and how that affects your love life. Many people believe that their zodiac sign defines them forever, but in reality, astrology evolves just as we do. Over time, our astrological influences shift, altering the way we experience love and relationships. This means that the way you approach love at 20 may be very different from how you love at 40 or 60. So, how does this transformation happen? Let's explore the key astrological cycles that shape our romantic journey. 1. Saturn Return, the period of romantic maturity. Ages 27 to 30, 57 to 60. One of the most significant shifts in our love life occurs during our Saturn return, which happens around the ages of 27 to 30 and again at 57 to 60. Saturn is the planet of responsibility, discipline, and lessons, and when it returns to the position it occupied at our birth, it forces us to reevaluate our priorities in life and love. During this time, many people end long-term relationships that no longer serve them. Some settle down after years of avoiding commitment. Others face major challenges in existing relationships, testing whether they are built to last. This is why so many people experience major shifts in love before turning 30. Saturn demands that we mature emotionally. If you're in your late 20s or late 50s and feel like your love life is undergoing a massive transformation, Saturn return is likely the reason why. 2. Progressed moon, shifting emotional needs every 2 to 3 years. While our sun sign stays the same throughout our life, our progressed moon sign changes every 2 to 3 years, altering our emotional landscape. This means that even if you were born as an emotionally detached Aquarius moon at certain periods of your life, you may experience the depth of a Scorpio moon or the nurturing energy of a Cancer moon. As a result, your romantic preferences may shift. Emotional needs may change. The type of partner you are drawn to could be completely different from a few years ago. This explains why people may fall in love with someone they never expected, or why they suddenly crave a different kind of relationship. 3. Pluto, Venus, and relationship transformations. Beyond the Moon and Saturn, planets like Pluto and Venus also shape our love destiny over time. Pluto transits bring deep emotional transformation, often through heartbreak, major life changes, or rebirth in relationships. Venus retrogrades can resurface past lovers, forcing us to confront unresolved feelings. Jupiter transits can bring luck in love, opening doors to new romantic possibilities. These planetary cycles prove that love is not static. It is constantly evolving, just like us. So, if astrology itself is fluid, why should we believe that we are forever trapped by our zodiac sign's limitations? The truth is, we are not. We grow, we change, and we evolve. And with each cycle, our approach to love transforms. But what does all of this mean for free will? If astrology is shifting our energy, how much control do we really have over our love destiny? Let's uncover the final truth. Throughout this journey, we have explored whether astrology determines our love destiny or if we have the power to change it. We have seen how zodiac signs shape our natural tendencies, but they do not imprison us. We have discovered that astrology itself evolves over time, meaning that who we are at 20 is not who we will be at 40 or beyond. But this leads to one final question. Do we truly have free will in love, or is everything written in the stars? Let's uncover the truth. 1. Fate exists, but so does choice. In astrology, there are certain elements of destiny we cannot escape. The timing of when we meet someone significant is often aligned with major astrological transits. Some relationships feel fated, as if we were meant to experience them. Certain people enter our lives at the exact moment we need them, whether to teach us, to love us, or to challenge us. These moments may feel beyond our control, as if the universe is placing these connections in our path. But here is the key. What happens next is always up to us. A soulmate may appear, but we choose whether to nurture the relationship or let it fade. A twin flame may awaken us, but we decide whether to embrace the lesson or walk away. Astrology may show us the patterns, but we are the ones who break or reinforce them. 2. How free will shapes our love story. Even if astrology brings certain people into our lives, we are never powerless. A Gemini who fears commitment can choose to build deeper connections. A Scorpio who struggles with jealousy can learn to trust. A Capricorn who prioritizes career can open their heart to love. Love is not just about the stars, it is about self-awareness, action, and personal transformation. By understanding our astrological blueprint, we can either repeat our patterns or rise above them. And in the end, it is not astrology that determines our destiny, it is who we choose to become. So now the answer is clear. Yes, astrology provides a map. Yes, planetary cycles influence our journey. Yes, some encounters feel destined. But in the end, we are the ones who write our love story. The universe may align the stars, but only we can decide how our love unfolds. So what will you choose? Will you let your zodiac sign define you? Or will you take control and shape your own destiny? Thank you for exploring this journey into astrology, fate, and free will. If you've ever felt trapped by zodiac compatibility charts, remember, you are more powerful than the stars.